Yeah, yeah. Father, can I get one mic? Lord, I gotta prophesy to him. Lord, all I need is one mic. Yeah, can I get one mic?
Told me to cry to the ears of your people, every one of them. Tell them they're the children of the chosen of Jerusalem. Tell them in the youth they used to walk with you in peace, but now they falling and they crawling at the head of all the streets. Guns aimed at each other, fingers over the trigger, as they looking at each other like they facing the mirror. And you could hear their souls both and they crying for help. Look in the eyes of your brother and you'll see yourself. Lord, tell them we were once kings in the spirit and died, stood alive and just buried inside. One day we will rise when my people revive. Been through the fire and the trials, but my people survive. All my brothers gotta stand up and take your crown. We've been buried at the bottom, time to get up now. And if we put our minds together, we could only make it better. Cause when two gather together, Christ is right up in the middle. I try to tell them nothing more than or a bad hit. It's a bad hit, we in the dead or in prison. All my brothers and my sisters keep on falling the victim into a system designed to keep our history hidden. Just try to envision a vision of living life in the kingdom with no sin and no stealing or killing. Read the scriptures for wisdom. Within the scriptures is written that the Messiah was risen so we can live in peace.
Yeah. Father, can I get one mic? Lord, can I get one mic? Yeah. All I need is one mic. Yeah. Just try to envision a vision of living life in the kingdom with no sin and no stealing or killing. Just try to envision a vision of living life in the kingdom with no sin and no stealing or killing. Lord,
It's like I'm going to die, you know. It's not yet time to release the timeline because I know when I'm going to die. It doesn't really matter. That's not for you to know yet. Because first things, we need to come together first of all, you know. So, you know, this whole time now, this is my prophesying period, you know. The status light, my watchtower set up. Okay. Now, as the Spirit of the Most High is leading me, you know, I'm going to keep pushing with this word. And I'm looking for real soldiers, man. I can't deal with weak soldiers. I'm sorry. I've been watching for fruits and most of you ain't got no fruits. The one person that had the fruits is gone. Jared. I was looking for soldiers. My eyes were on him, man. I just need to deal with what I have. That's where I was slow, man. Sluggish. What was inside of me. But his death woke me up. Was like a wake up. You know, you gotta see this for what it really is. We ain't got no time. There's no time to say, oh, tomorrow. How do you know tomorrow is guaranteed for you? Tomorrow I'm gonna do this, tomorrow I'm gonna do that. You gotta do this work to the death. That's the only thing that should separate you from this work. You gotta do this to the end. I mean, no retreat, no surrender. No compromise. You either have to give it the laws. The law is a fire. The words are fire. Like you see in Jeremiah. It's his word, not a fire that burns. If you're cold, you're a Gentile. We know you don't have the law. Israel's going to give you the law. We're going to be a light to the Gentile. But if you're not keeping the law, but you have the law, then you're lukewarm. You have no use. You're like that sword that's cast into the earth. And men trample on it. That's why they're trampling on us today, because we ain't keeping the laws. Let's find out what it means to be a real man. Man up! Right. 1 Kings chapter 2 verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, so like you see, a man's last word is very important, right? So he's now speaking to his son. Solomon is about to die. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong. Be strong. Therefore, get up the loins of your mind. You gotta let go of certain thoughts. There's no time to make excuses. Oh, Ahai is dealing with me nonsense. Every single day we're making decisions. That includes myself. You've got to just shake yourself off of that, man. You got to strive. It says in Hebrews chapter 12. I'll get that in a second after I read this. You haven't striven yet to bloodshed yet. You ain't fought sin to that, because this is what dealing with fighting disobedience. And this talk, it says, now being ready to punish all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. It's that place of coming to a perfect man. Okay, let's keep on going. Kings chapter 2, verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong thereof, and show thyself a man. And keep the charge of the Most High thy power, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments, and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses. So what does it mean to be a strong man? Keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou dost or doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself. That's what it means to be a man. This book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth. That's what a real man is. I should wake you up straight away and just hear some craziness like Genesis chapter 5 verse 18. Well, actually, what does that mean? What does that say? I don't know why I said Genesis chapter 5 verse 18, but you never know what message Ruach is trying to bring out straight up. So let's just see what that says. Okay, that's the birth of Jared giving birth to Enoch. Interesting. I'm gonna go to Enoch. Okay, but righteousness. Right. Now we're seeing what it means to be a man. You keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You gotta stand your watch now. Okay. So let's just get that. Let's see. Got to set up the perimeters, because we're in war. So we need a strategy. Part of that strategy, we need to find out, procurement system. We need to find out how we're going to sustain ourselves. We need to start to organize ourselves. This is one thing in Israel that's lacking, which came from the place in the time of slavery. We lack organization. We need to start to organize our time now efficiently, seeking first the kingdom. So everything that you're doing has to be towards the kingdom. Okay, let's start at Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 12. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 12. Set up a standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong. Make the watch strong. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen, prepare the ambush. For Ahiah has both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Okay, and verse 20 now says, for thou art my battle axe and weapon of war. No weapon of peace, weapon of war. For you start thinking in terms of war, not in terms of peace. For with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. Right. With thee. With thee. Okay, let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I will answer when I am reproved. What I will answer when I'm reproved, not approved. Because when you really now come into the presence of the Most High, you're going to see your filth. There's like Yahushua, Joshua. When he came to the presence of the Most High, his garments were filthy, and he had to have a change of garments. Okay? Alright. So we're coming into what it really means to know the Most High. Okay. Verse 2, going back to the organization. All of our men, you're building a kingdom. You got to be organized. Organized with your time. Fellowship with each other. When you say 3 o'clock, everyone comes in at 3 o'clock. If Esau says come to work, 3 o'clock, you guys come 15 minutes earlier. Because that covetousness that's in your heart. You're not really seeking the kingdom first. You don't care about the kingdom. You just do enough to pacify your conscience. Okay, verse 2. And Ahias answered me and said, write the vision. Without a vision, the people perish. You can't do things haphazardly. You can't do things randomly. It has to be ordered. You've got to write the visions. We need to start setting strategy. A lot of you know that there is war right on our doorstep. How are we preparing for it? Just gonna wait. And Ahiah will help us at that time. You are the battle axe and the weapon of war. Don't be missing in action, man. You're going to be displaced. Right. It says, and Ahiah answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. Whatever that means to you, organize, write things down. Okay, this is the plan. How are we going to food supply? How are we going to sustain ourselves if there was a war that came suddenly? Just like you see in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. They said peace and safety, then suddenly destruction came upon, and they shall not escape it. All of you somehow in your foolish minds think you're somehow going to escape this. You're running from one place to the other. You think you're going to escape this. Africa ain't going to escape this. If we're going to run to Africa, do that, fine. But organize yourself there and prepare yourself for war over there. If you're going to be here, be here. Prepare yourself for war over here. Africa is not going to escape this neither. Egypt is not going to escape this. Ethiopia is not going to escape this. No place on earth is going to escape the wrath. Believe that. Okay. Let's go to Daniel chapter 11 verse 42 very quickly. Because some people want to flee to Egypt. Let's see what the scriptures say. That man of perdition. I don't even want to go into any breakdowns of it, but the man sitting already, there have been a lot of antichrists. So if you're looking for one particular antichrist, you're already lost already, man. You know what I mean? But there is one man that's pushing this new world order agenda pulled to the full, and that's Barack Obama. Okay? But let's just go down. He is going to tear this whole, tear Africa, man. Right. Daniel chapter 12 verse 42. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. The land of Egypt shall not escape. So when you go back to Isaiah 40, Isaiah chapter 11, people are going like, yeah, this is the places that Ahiah said that there's going to be, yeah, there are remnants in those places. There's people that need to go into these regions. You need to wake up people up and set up parameters over there. Everywhere on earth we need to set up parameters. It's up to Ahiah now to deal with us and organize us himself. But in our own midst, wherever you are right now, wherever Ahiah is leading you to be right now, you need to start organize yourself right there and prepare for war. Okay, that's that on that. Whoever has an ear, let them hear. Whoever has an ear, let them hear. Right. Let's go now straight into the other part. Righteousness. Righteousness, what does that word mean? We know that without righteousness, no one's going to inherit the kingdom. Righteousness, as I said, is a compound word. Before I deal with righteousness, let me deal very quickly, as I already did in the subsequent parts, but I'll deal with it again very quickly. Knowing the Most High. Just two scriptures. 1 John chapter 2 verse 4. He that said, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. For all of you people that are bend in this grace thing. Grace teaches you to deny ungodliness. Okay, get Titus very quickly. So if you say you know him, you keep his commandments. Titus chapter 2, start from verse 11. For the grace of a higher that bringeth salvation. I say that again because that sounded so good. For the grace of a higher that bringeth salvation has appeared to all men. How did it appear to all men? Grace and truth came through Yeshua. Grace and truth. What is truth? Psalms 119 verse 142. Psalm 119 verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So Yeshua said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And we're going to see what that means, because they were now bending the scriptures like that rich young ruler, keeping all the laws, statutes, and commandments, working his own righteousness. He made his own way of, how to deal with it. I'm a good man. A high end looking for good men. There is no man. There is none good. No, not one. If you're a good man, you're a sinful man. I'll say that again. If you're a good man, you're a sinful man. When I say good, in the definition of what people call good, because like what did they when they came to Yeshua and said, "Oh, good teacher," what did Yeshua say? There is only one good,
6,
and that's a higher.
5, 4.
If you're a good man, you're a sinful man. I say that again one more time. If you're a good man, you're a sinful man.
Which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Oh, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our days, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thou the kingdom, power and the glory